Good morning, Eagles, and welcome back to the Talon Weekly. I'm your host, Riley Robertson.
And I'm your co-host, Olivia McDaniel. Let's take a look at the weather with meteorologist David Hale.
Welcome back to Thunder and Hail. I'm your host, David Hill. Let's go check out the weather. Well, this week was pretty interesting. We had a lot of snow showers throughout the week. Nothing really stuck, except for the last storm that we had later in the week. So today we have intervals of clouds and sunshine. Like most days we've seen, it's kind of overcast. The high is 58 degrees, and then tonight it's going to get down to 32 degrees. We're going to see some winds to the southeast at 15 miles per hour, and there's a slight chance of rain too. Throughout this week, we're going to see a rising chance of precipitation, especially once we get to Wednesday, but like the previous weeks, again, it's going to be slightly chilly in the 50s and 60s with clouds and a lot of wind, especially this Wednesday. The winds are going to be 21 miles per hour to the west and to the southwest. But we're going to see some clouds the following day on Thursday, and then it's going to be sunny again on Friday.
Thanks, David. First up, here's a look at how softball is structuring their practices with social distancing guidelines.
As of right now, the information that we've been giving, softball and spring sports should start on April 5th, and we could be playing games as soon as that Saturday, as far as the most recent information I've been given. For the most part, the players are excited to have the opportunity to come to workouts. They're excited to have that opportunity to get out of the house. And for the most part, there haven't been really any problems. The kids have been, following whatever protocols that are being asked of them.
The team's off-season workouts also looked much different this year.
We come to workouts. We are taking temperatures, answering COVID questionnaires, using hand sanitizer, and washing equipment.
Next, we have senior Allison Asplin, who's been the team manager for a couple of different sports during her time at El Dorado.
I was like, if I'm going to go to all these next year, I might as well, be part of the team. And they had managers. So I was like, I might as well, be one of those. So I went at the beginning of the year and asked Coach Lutz, and he said, yeah. And then my brother ended up quitting, and I was like, I guess I'll stay. And then from that, I got the opportunity to do girls track. And then from then I got the opportunity to do football, and then I did wrestling again, and then I switched to boys track.
Allison enjoys being a member of the team, even though she isn't one of the players.
A lot of it is just the things coaches don't want to do. So it's things like equipment, rosters, filling out just parent information, a lot of cleaning, setting up equipment, taking down equipment. For wrestling, it entailed filming matches, and for football, I was that girl with that really long camera in the end zone was me filming those games. And in wrestling, I scored all the matches and would enter those scores. And at tournaments, doing the table scoring. So I'm officially scoring the matches for wrestling. And then in track, it was just a lot of making sure everyone's in the right spot and making sure they all have what they need. And yeah. Any kid winning a match in wrestling is always the most exciting, and when we're all just jumping up and down happy. And then same with football, when the guys are happy at halftime and I'm standing in the end zone and they're all running past me cheering and happy, that's always the best part, is seeing when people do well.
Best Buddies is an amazing program at El Dorado. This year they've had to adapt to the challenges of being online and have had to restructure how they run things.
Every other Wednesday, Best Buddies has attempted a meeting. Most times they've been successful meetings, often trying to do some kind of activity together with the goal of connecting everybody. The truth is that after a day on the computer, it can be hard to log in voluntarily to one more session at the end of the day. So attendance has been lower than it would be if we were in person. But you kind of feel that sort of commitment from the small group that come to wanting to give each other support and, be in that community, even when they're tired. Some of the students aren't able to speak verbally back to the group, and it is heartwarming to see people reach out through computers in a virtual space to somebody new, to somebody who can't even verbalize back to them, and similar, to watch somebody with very little verbal skills, reach out in friendship to someone new.
Best Buddy meetings are every other Wednesday at 3 p.m. on Zoom. Log on and make some new friends. All are welcome.
It really roots its way down to everybody doing their best. I think when you come into a Best Buddies meeting, you know that everybody logged in because they wanted to give a good day to each other. And you can feel that our being together has that spirit of friendship in it. I think everybody has probably felt all the same kind of mixed feelings, freshman to senior, all through the board. And I guess it really also is just about everyone doing their best to help everyone feel included.
Our staff spoke with several students about their feelings on distance learning and the hardships they've dealt with as the year has progressed. Here's what they had to say.
For the most part, I'm able to complete most of my work on time. Whenever I get my homework, for the most part, I just try to complete it as soon as I can so it could be done,
My, attention span when I'm, just in my own room being comfortable is so terrible. But when I'm at school, I'm, in the mindset of wanting to learn, so it's easier.
Sometimes it's a little difficult, but I feel like it's mostly just tedious work. I would probably prefer an in-person school environment just because I feel like I can get distracted a lot easier while doing homework when I'm at home because there's no one to monitor me, I guess. So I feel like it would be a little bit easier to do it in person.
I like in person a lot better. I have found out that just staying motivated to turn in work online is very difficult, especially when you're in the distraction of your own home or your own bedroom, and it's just hard to finish work.
Kind of just crank everything out in the morning because I know that once I stop doing it, I'm not going to get back to it because I'm a really bad procrastinator. So I try to get everything done right after I get out of the class, kind of in one sitting.
I have found that online does make it easier to a degree, but I still feel like I want to go back to regular school.
Adjusting to online learning has been nothing shy of difficult, but the El Dorado community has come together to do their best despite the challenges.
So I've just had to learn time management skills to make sure I get all my homework done. One time I couldn't finish an assignment, and my teachers have been really great about that, and it's just all about communication.
It depends on the subject, like government or econ, government, and English for me personally is a lot easier, especially English because I'm able to type everything and I'm a lot faster at typing than I am at writing. But things like math, I think, are harder to pick up through a camera. But we work out of a book too, so if it wasn't for that and if I were doing all my assignments online, it'd be a lot harder.
Most classes, I'm pretty good getting my work in. I'd say math is kind of not my strongest suit, so I usually have to come in during office hours and ask for help.
Tuesday, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham announced that all New Mexico school districts were eligible to return to in-person learning on February 8th.
While we aren't yet sure what this announcement means for APS schools, we will keep everyone updated as more information follows.
Feel free to share your thoughts or concerns about this new possibility for returning to school in the comments below.
Finally, here's our fun fact of the day.
Hey guys, did you know a pregnant goldfish is called a twit? Who knew?
Thanks, Nikki.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at EHS Talon Weekly.
Thanks for watching, Eagles, and we'll see you next time. Have a happy Friday.